Good morning.
First question I have for you is, what is your name, your position, and how many years have you been on the job?
My name is Lakeisha Jackson, and I have been a school bus operator for 8 years. 6 of those years were with First Student.
Great. Do you support family members or dependents with your income?
Yes, I do.
How many dependents do you
I
have?
have 4 children altogether, ranging from the age of 2 all the way to 19, a full-time college student.
Wow. Okay, great. Number 3, were these cuts of unemployment a surprise to you?
Yes, it was actually a rumor. That's how it started. It started as a rumor, and it went from there. And when we found out that it was actually true, that was something that really hurt a lot of people. We still haven't really known, but up to about 3 weeks now.
What impact will the unemployment cuts have on your life? Will you be able to pay your rent or utilities?
Well, like I tell anybody, the reason why we were getting unemployment is because some money is always better than no money. You cannot pay anything if you already living check to check. You already have, it's hard to have a savings, especially in my condition or my situation. I have 4 children. Every time I try to save some money, something comes up, someone's sick, someone's hurt, somebody needs books in school, and you have to come out of pocket, and there's no way to save money in the predicament that we're in. And plus, we don't really make that much money. We do this. We don't come to work just to get a check. I know I don't. I come to work because I love the children that I do drive. I love those kids. Those kids are my responsibility. They are my children until I drop them off at that school to someone else to take responsibility for, until I come back and pick them back up, and then I'm dropping them off at their parents. Those parents, they love me, they love their drivers, you know. I mean, it's not just hurting the drivers, it's going to hurt a lot more than that, because it's no way possible for us to go look for a job during those few weeks that we are out of school and say that we're going to quit this job, then go through that hassle again the following year, and then expect someone to actually hire you knowing that you're going to quit. Soon as you put First Student on an application, they're going to say no because they're going to quit. So then we will be unemployed. So I don't understand how the state could say we prefer homelessness over unemployment. So you're putting me and my 4 kids out of their home. This is going to affect my kids. I have a 2-year-old now. I have an 8-year-old. I have a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old. Where are the 5 of us going to stay? Because someone said that my company can't give us the money that they already put aside for us. How can a state say, oh, okay, well, we're going to get that money and give it to somebody who has not been unemployed in 3 years that don't even work for this company? I don't understand it.
Right.
You want the employment rate to go up, but yet you want to take us through all of this, which means we're going to be out there we're going to be unemployed soon, because we can't sit and wait till the school year starts to take care of our homes. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen with me.
Will you have to find another job?
Yes, I will. I have started. The minute I have found out about this, I have started. I even let my parents know, and I've had 4 or 5 parents actually cry at a bus stop stating that they were going to miss me, and if there was anything that they could do to help us fight this, because they didn't understand that decision that Mark Butler made.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the Labor Commission, who made this decision to cut the unemployment?
You want us to work, you want us to do this job, but yet you want to tell us, okay, but I'm not going to pay you for it. There's no explanation for it. I want him to actually come and tell my 8-year-old, my 2-year-old, my 17-year-old, and my 19-year-old, you can't go to college, you can't go to school because your mom got to worry about where's her next check coming from, how is she going to pay the rent, because the rent office isn't going to wait for us. They got bills to pay just like we do. Bills don't stop because we're unemployed. And that is exactly what it is. We are unemployed during the summer. This is not vacation time when your job has the right to call you during that time and say, I need you to come into work, and we have to drop everything and come into work. I don't know anyone vacation to this day that does that.
That's right.
So to Mark Butler, come out here, get in my shoes, and drive my bus.
This message is from Mark Butler and the Georgia Department of Labor. I don't see where it's going to make or break anybody to let these people have their summer income, seeing as how we weren't forewarned about the process. And I just feel that they could bend the rule and let these drivers and attendants and other workers have their summer.
I'm a bus driver, as they say, bus operator. I've been driving for 6 years now.
Okay, great. Do you support family members with your income?
Yes, I have a son that's in college, and I have to help him. He doesn't have a job. And myself.
Were these cuts of unemployment a surprise to you?
Yes, they were. Nobody comes and tells us anything at the last minute. You know, no one can take care of things at the last minute. You know, we go out here every day. We don't come to work at the last minute. We come to work on time. We come to work, you know, with bad weather conditions. We pick up our kids on time. We get to our schools on time. So how come you can't give us information as far as taking care of ourselves on time?
What impact will the unemployment cut have in your life? Will you be able to pay your bills, your utilities, your rent?
I just purchased a house. So now here it is. This here state says, you know, the economy is bad and they would like people to purchase homes. I'm going out here for a first-time home buyer. Now I'm supposed to lose that because you wouldn't notify me about no money?
Will you need to find a new job?
Yes, I would. I cannot take care of a son that's in college and pay my bills with no money. I didn't ask for welfare. I come out here every day just like a whole lot of other drivers and monitors. We come out here to work.
Great. What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut unemployment benefits?
If you say that you notified everyone, and you notified everyone on websites, everyone doesn't have a computer. Everyone doesn't look at a website. I think you call it media. Why didn't you notify the media? And if you did, why just in Atlanta? This here is supposed to be affecting Georgia, not Atlanta. Now here it is, the whole state of Georgia is supposed to be affected by something that you did not do. Notify us in the proper manner.
Do you support family members or other dependents with your income?
Yes, I'm a single parent, 3 children, 4, 12, 14.
Were the cuts of unemployment a surprise to you?
Yes.
What impact will the unemployment cuts have on your life? Will you be able to pay your bills, utilities, provide food on the table for your children?
Well, food will be not a problem because you can always apply for food stamps. My main worry is my landlord does not play. I have lived in the same spot for over 6 years. I like where I live. I want to stay where I live. I have a great landlord. My problem is she lives off of what I pay her. So not only is it going to affect me, it's going to affect her. I will end up homeless. I will not be able to pay my electric bill. 2 hottest parts, two months out of the summer are the hottest. And that's when we're not unemployed. That means electric bills range anywhere between $300 and $600. Those right there, that will kill me. I'll be homeless. I have no family here in Georgia. The only family I have is a 75-year-old mother in New Hampshire on a fixed income, so she will not be able to help me. The only family I have here is a 4-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 14-year-old. Not only will that affect them as in being homeless, they have to go back to school. They need book bags, school supplies, school clothes. I have no clue what I'm going to do.
Well, you need to find another job?
Oh, yes, of course. I've already been looking. I know of several drivers that already have positions lined up. They were lucky enough to get in other places, so those are less school bus drivers.
Do you support family members or dependents with your income?
Yes, I do. I have an 18-year-old about to graduate from high school, and I also have a set of 10-year-old twin boys and a husband.
What impact will the unemployment cuts have on your life? Will you be able to pay your rent, your utilities, provide food on the table for your children?
Absolutely not. The rate everything is going up. We can hardly make it as it is.
So basically we're living from paycheck to paycheck.
We're living below paycheck to paycheck, we have to, at least I have to decide which bills are going to be late and which ones are going to get paid on time and what we're going to do without as it is.
Well, you need to find a new job.
Absolutely.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut unemployment benefits?
Well, I would like to know why now we're going to start following federal law, and if this law has been on the books since 1986, why it's taken 26 years to get around to doing that, and what, 6 more weeks? Since I've already paid into it, my employer has already paid into it. I think he needs a job cut. He needs a pay cut.
Good morning, Kim.
Good morning.
What is your position and how many years have you been on the job?
Well, I am a professional driver. I've been on the job for 5 years with First Student. Got hired by First Student.
Do you support members or dependents with your income?
Oh yes, I do. I support my children, and I can't support them if I don't get no income.
How many children do you have, Kim?
I have 3 kids.
3 kids,
Yes.
great. What were these cuts of unemployment a surprise to you?
Oh yes, it was very much a surprise to all of us.
What impact will the unemployment cuts have in your life? Will you be able to pay your bills, your rent, your utilities? Will you be able to provide food on the table for your children?
Well, in this country, it really takes money to take care of your family. And if you cannot get the money, you cannot take care of your family. Yes, it's a big effect on my family. I need my unemployment, and I would appreciate it if you would help me keep my unemployment.
Will you need to find a new job?
Yes, I would. If I can't get unemployment, I have to get out there and try to find something where I can make money to take care of my family. My family is first, and they are the reason that I work and get out of my bed every day to come to work.
Great. What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
Mark Butler, I know this do not affect you, but it affects 400 to 500 workers out here at First Student. And everywhere else, because First Student, we know, is not the only one affected by this. But I'm going to tell you, Mr. Mark Butler, I will appreciate it if you do your hardest to try to help us out and understand that we love what we do. It takes special people to do what we do, and we are the special people. Please treat us like we're the special people. You affected us, and you're going to affect a lot of families out here concerning transportation. Thank you.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
I feel like Mark Butler was very selfish because he's not being considerate of the families, especially of the children that is going to impact with the situation. Because just like winter, spring, and fall, they need clothes, they need food, they need shelter, and we're not going to be able to provide that without our unemployment money. You know, and also we have to find jobs for the summer. Who is going to babysit our kids? You know, so we can't afford to pay daycare. You know, so it's like it's putting us in a rut, and I think it's really unfair and it's inconsiderate of him to do that.
Do you support family members with your income?
Yes, I actually just adopted two boys 5 months ago, so that's kind of going to hurt me and them too.
Right. Were these cuts of unemployment a surprise to you?
Yes. I felt like we should have known months in advance.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
I feel like he was wrong for making that decision, and that he needs to think twice before he does that, because it's not only affecting bus drivers, it's affecting the kids too, because if some bus drivers feel like they don't want to come back next year knowing that they're not going to be taken care of during the summer, that can hurt our kids.
What is your position and how many years have you been on the job?
Well, I'm a monitor for the special need bus services here in Savannah, and I've been with First Student for 2 years now.
Will you need to find a new job?
Well, right now I'm hoping that I can try and find some work this summer here to help tide us over. But, you know, with such a late notice, you know, and you have the obligation of the job here, it's kind of hard to get out there looking for a job.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
Mr. Butler, I really hope you would go back and those that collectively got with your major decisions to just rethink it and And I'm not saying that you're a hard or harsh person. I'm sure you're not. But I think that there should be a little bit more compassion for those that unfortunately don't have the benefits that some of the better jobs have. And I've always been told this, and I'm a firm believer, and that is, love is not what it says, but what it does. And I trust that you would be understanding and be more compassionate, considering the decision that was made that affects so many lives.
Hi, we're here with another driver from First Students. What is your name, your position, and how many years on the job?
My name is Lula Chisholm. I'm a school bus driver for Chatham County. I have been driving for 35 years.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
My message to him is, Mr. Butler, you may consider the day ours, but your day will be tomorrow, because if I have anything to do with it, you will not be reelected. We need to get rid of all these Republicans that's in office. They want to blame everything on President Obama. Not so. Not so. This burden is going to be on your hand and your shoulders. And believe me, you may not answer to us humans, but you're going to have to answer to God for this, because you're going to be putting a lot of children outdoors. They're going to be homeless. They're going to be hungry. Not know how. We have a driver just recently, because of this job, she was living in her car with her 4 children. Because of this job here, it helped her to get on her feet, to be able to purchase renting and a place for her and her kids, to be able to buy food. You're putting a lot of hardships on young people and young single parents. But you're talking about a few weeks of unemployment. Over that hurt. We've been getting it now for over 16 years. There's no reason in this godly hurry that you should try to stop this thing now. You know, just because we're working for a private company. Not so. Because they are paying into it and we're also paying into it. So that money is just as well belong to us as the state. So somebody needs to tell us, where's our money going to be going? What happened to our money that we pay into this thing, or the company pays into it? We need to know. We need some answers, and we need them right now, not tomorrow. We need some answers right now, this day. You need to come before us and tell us something better than what you're telling us, or else you're going to allow some of us, of all of us, to come stay with you.
What is your message to Mark Butler, the labor commissioner who made this decision to cut our unemployment benefits?
My message is that he go get the paperwork that he signed, not to give us our check from the Labor Department, and reverse his decision, because it is crucial out here. We need our money. You see, I just picked up my paycheck stuff. I need my money this summer.
I dug deep in my heart, and I wanted to send a message to Mr. Mark Butler. Hello, Mr. Butler. My name is Carol A. Wilson, and I have been with First Student for 2 terms. And I, like so many other drivers and monitors, will be unable to pay our mortgages, car payments, and insurance. Many of the bus drivers has been dedicated drivers for over 20 years, and they are dependent upon their unemployment during the summer months. These are skilled and dedicated employees that have made First Student successful. The children and their families are dependent upon us to transport their children safely. However, if the drivers cannot receive their unemployment, not only will we suffer emotional stress and hardship, First Student may suffer devastating loss of faithful, dedicated, and hard-working employees. Many of the drivers are seniors and who the children look up to as grandparents. They will be unable to secure employment in the private or public sector. Mr. Butler, where will that leave them? What employer will hire them during the summer months? In addition, why was First Student contacted early to prepare First Student employees that they were not going to receive unemployment? Mr. Butler, to make such a rash decision and sign 2 weeks before the school is out was not only kind or fair, but inhumane, for not considering the lives and well-being of our employees, who has over 20 to 25 years and who are Chatham County residents. I'm asking, Mr. Butler, that you rethink your decision and think of the employees, the children, and the parents, and reverse your decision.
You personally, Mr. Butler, you are hurting and disregarding the well-being of many of our employees that parents and the school depend on. Parents of Chatham County, if your children are transported to and from school, I'm asking that each and every one of you contact Mr. Butler by calling 404 area code 232-7300 or faxing. Let's flood his line. Let him know that the residents of Chatham County, the parents of the children, want to be able to get back and forth to school and feel it's only right for the hard work and dedication of the drivers and monitors, and they have worked for their unemployment, that they should receive it. Or you can also email Mr. Butler at the Georgia Department of Labor and go up under contact, and it will take you to Mr. Mark Butler. Tell him you depend on First Student bus drivers and monitors, quality and safety bus service, and feel it's unfair to not pay the employees unemployment benefits. Mr. Mark Butler, please take a moment. I want you to be able to walk in our shoes for just a moment and imagine how much of an impact it will be for the employees and their families who do not receive their unemployment benefits that they have worked for so hard for. Just for the summer, I want you to imagine. I'm quite sure you'll be enjoying your summer. What about us?